So I have to do some full disclosure, and I know Annika's not going to want me to say this, but when she actually gave the interview and talked about the fact of her being a princess and loving fairies and all that kind of stuff, I actually saw that. She was actually in school with my daughter, and so they were best friends and played a lot. And so I got to see that, and it's really great to see young people as they evolve and develop and really hone their skills. And it's really impressive. I'm so proud of you and the rest of your team, as I know your parents are, but then also so proud of what we're able to do in terms of encouraging not only young people, but also young women to be involved in technology. It really is incredibly important for us. And so it's a great thing to see some young ladies that are represented on this team because it is, again, about that overall expansion of education and making sure that we have all fields that are open to all genders, all races, all. And one of the things that I love about what it is that you do also is your mentorship. And one of the other things that I don't think this team knows is that my mother worked at Model Secondary School for the Deaf and then Gallaudet University for over 30 years. And so your mentorship when it came to some of the hearing impaired teams is incredibly important as well. We want to make sure that one of Dr. Smith's monikers about all means all truly is important for us, whether it's gender, whether it's any kind of developmental disabilities, whatever the case may be. We want to encourage everyone to get involved in this field that we know is the future. We know this is the future for us. Technology is the future, and we see it. We all wear it on our hips or in our pockets or in our purses, but it's also incorporated in every single aspect of life. And so it really is important, the work that they're doing, because it's going to translate into changes that will continue to happen in our community. And so it's great to have that passion for STEM. And we're actually going to hear about it later with Councilmember Navarro. So it's really great to see that this is happening throughout the county as well, which is incredibly important. You know, they started 17 First Logo League junior teams in local elementary schools here in the area. And as you saw in the video, they won the Tech Challenge Championship Inspire Award, which again recognizes not only the robotics and engineering feats, but also how you inspire and impact your community. And so that's incredibly important for us. And so I really want to say that we are incredibly proud of you because we know that you'll be the only team from this nation participating in the first Global Challenge in Mexico. No pressure. But we do want to see that come home here to Montgomery County. I'll just say that and leave it at that. But we got to get you there too, so we'll make sure that we post that video far and wide so that the community knows how they can help support this great team. But again, I really just want to read this proclamation and just say how proud we are of these young people, not only again for understanding the accomplishments that they made inside of that ring when they're working with their robots, but also the work that they do in the community. I'll just close with one statement, which is, to whom much is given, much is expected. And again, these students are doing just that, understanding that they're graced with some great talents and abilities and support, but they also understand that they need to do the same thing in their communities, and they're doing just that. So the proclamation reads, whereas Wizards.exe Team 9794, known as the Wizards, you might have to work on that trademark thing, but we won't get into that, is a group of 11 talented MCPS students from 8th to 12th grade who share a passion for robotics and STEM with a mission to engage, expand, and educate through more than 1,400 hours of advocacy and outreach to our communities and our schools. And whereas in May, the Wizards adopted the World Championship, or advanced, to the World Championship in Detroit, Michigan, where they won the first Tech Challenge Championship Inspire Award, recognizing excellence in robotic design, engineering, and outreach to the community, competing with the top 128 of over 6,000 worldwide teams to win the award. And whereas Wizards.exe Team 9794 will now be representing the United States at the 2018 First Global Challenge from August 15th through the 18th in Mexico City, Mexico, in an Olympic-style robotics competition where one team from every nation is eligible to participate in this international event. And whereas Energy Impact is the theme of this year's 2018 Global Challenge. And teams will build a robot from a standardized kit to use in challenges that will explore the impacts of different types of energy used and design ways to make them more sustainable. Again, if that isn't current, I don't know what is. So now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby congratulates the Wizards for sharing their dedication and passion for STEM, not only to our local community, but to the worldwide stage, and motivating young people to pursue opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, presented on this 19th day of June in the year 2018, signed by our council president, Hans Riemer. Congratulations to the Wizards. Now, I also have certificates for everyone, and I'm not going to butcher everybody's name. I know some of them, and I'm pretty sure I could get them right, but I'm just going to go ahead and hand them out. But let's give them, again, a round of applause for the great job that they've done. Oh, and the coach? Not here? Okay. All right. All right. Well, the students will hold it down for the coach and for some of the missing members. So go ahead and take the picture. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, we've got stuff to say.
Please, go ahead.
So this is our third year actually competing in the First Tech Challenge. We're made of 11 members, though not all of us could be here today.
Hello. In April, our team competed in the World Championships and actually won the Inspire Award, and we're very honored to have. And we competed with 127 other teams. So the Inspire Award is an award given to a team that is a model team to the First Tech Challenge and excels in both the robot and the outreach categories, and we're very honored to have received it.
So the core part of our team's mission is really that outreach. We work to promote and create more STEM opportunities in our local and national community. In addition to starting, supporting, and mentoring teams all across the globe, we actively advocate to our government. We've given written and oral testimonies for bills to incentivize support of robotics teams, and as well to have a computer science class in every high school across Maryland.
We also recognize that it's important to provide STEM opportunities to younger kids, and so another part of our advocacy is to work with the Montgomery County Public Schools to integrate robotics programs into elementary schools. This past school year, we've actually created and supported robotics programs in 3 elementary schools: Watkins Mill, William B. Gibbs, and also Ritchie Park. We hope to continue this initiative and make it countywide. Yeah.
Hello. So another way we support STEM in our community is actually through a partnership with the nonprofit Kid Museum. It's a nonprofit in Bethesda that actually has been allocated for $48,000 in this year's budget. And what we do with them is we hold mentoring sessions with one-on-one with teams. We've also held several outreach events there to make STEM loud, as well as programming training sessions to help younger robotics teams.
After winning the Inspire Award at the World Championship, our team was invited to represent our country as Team USA at the first global competition. The first global competition is an international Olympic-style robotics event that is held annually, in this year being in Mexico City, Mexico in August. At the over 150 countries send a representative team to compete, where we all compete and then yeah.
So we want to give a big thank you to our coaches, mentors, and sponsors for helping us through this incredible season that we've had. We also want to give a big thank you to the council members for having us here today, and we hope to expand our program with the support of our community.
So one last thing I think is incredibly important. You know, oftentimes we hear about a football team going to a championship game representing their community, and we need to raise money for them to go to a championship bowl. We need to do the same thing for technology in our communities, understanding that it's equally as important, and it might not be a sport from the standpoint of what we commonly consider a sport, but it's still a sport and it's a competition, and it really is these kids not only doing a great job in terms of competing and representing us as a community, but also giving back to the community as well. And so we really need to make sure that we support them. So I'll just leave it with that. All right. We're going to take the obligatory picture, guys.